Hey everybody, this is Trey Stewart, the Republican leader in the Maine State Senate. Welcome to another edition of the Legislative Republican Vision Series. Joined today by my good friend Brad Farrin, State Senator from Norridgewock, and he represents Somerset County in the Maine State Senate. Brad, great to see you.
Hey, looking forward to having a great conversation.
So Brad, there's been a lot of headlines lately about some sale of dams on the Kennebec River. What's going on in your neck of the woods?
A few months back, there was an announcement that Brookfield and the Nature Conservancy had signed a purchase sale agreement for 4 dams on the lower Kennebec. And it's in the purchase sale stage now, doing the due diligence. And the TNC has reached out to municipalities and others. But the biggest thing that came out of that announcement was we've been battling alongside with Brookfield for the relicensing of the Shawmut Dam, which is integral to the operation of the Sappi Mill. And those that aren't familiar with the Sappi Mill, 800 jobs. That one mill is a $8.3 billion economic driver for the state of Maine. And the mill has said totally that they cannot operate without that impoundment in the 20 million plus or minus gallons of water that they take out of the Kennebec every day. That if the Shawmut Dam was be removed, they would not be able to operate. And the thing that I've tried to really talk to the TNC about is people are scared, right? They're scared about their livelihood. The Sappi Mill is like a non-starter. That has got to be solved. And what's really frustrating about this whole process has been the administration. The governor put a statement out almost 2 years ago. Don't worry, the dams aren't going anywhere. And they have been totally quiet on this whole thing. And that's really frustrating because I think there is a role. The reason Brookfield was put into a place to sell these dams was because they couldn't get the water quality certificate out of the Maine Department of Environmental Protection, which would not allow FERC to issue the relicense.
So it sounds like the domino effect is Maine state government is failing to work with the dams, therefore putting them in a position where they have to sell, and now jeopardizing 800 jobs in your neck of the woods at Sappi and all kinds of other impacts from removing of those dams.
If you go back and look at this process that Brookfield went through, the Department of Marine Resources changed the percentage of fish passage to an unattainable and the highest standard that's ever been applied to a water quality certificate, which shouldn't be tied together. And then the DEP not only incorporated that into their determination, they said, oh, while we're at it, we're not only going to look at the Shawmut Dam, we're going to look at the other 3 dams as well. They've done everything along the way to delay this, to basically, Brookfield withdrew their application and said, even with the comments that you've done, these goals are unachievable. And you don't want us to do business here. I mean, that's words from Brookfield.
So bureaucratic overreach seems to be the real root of this issue. The red tape that folks in Augusta are throwing up, and the current administration isn't working with the private sector and industry that's really important to Maine's economy. So what's the Republican vision look like going forward?
I would say, as a whole, this particular issue shouldn't be a partisan issue, right? It's about Mainers and jobs and our economy and everything down through. On the bureaucracy piece of it, I think you need people that recognize that those delays and that uncertainty play a role in how businesses interact, right? They hold off on buying equipment, hiring people, making investments back into the infrastructure. So I think, if you have that bureaucracy understand and working with businesses as opposed to putting up more roadblocks, I think that's a key, right? You got to have people understand that business mentality and what the impacts that we as legislators have on those decisions that are made. And I think we've lost that.
Brad, thanks so much for the update. Great work. We're really proud of all the things that the entire delegation in your neck of the woods are working on and fighting for jobs in rural Maine, for our economy, for a backbone in our industry here. Thanks for all that you do for the Maine people. Thanks for your service, and thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you for your leadership, and let's keep the fight up.
Absolutely.